have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Let's go, Heavy. What you got? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Mahomes going to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford.
And oh, right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a basketball. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Steps away to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 56. You're right, you're right, you're right. Check punch. Check punch. Wait. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 92 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
did.
you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. Oh, he's got some breathing. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. Past the 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 65 yards. As they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
Get ready.
Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
And the Raven 1st down.
Morris Claiborne makes the play defensively.
Morris Claiborne now on tackle.
Watch the
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder, or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He may try and run for this. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Forced out to his left. Looking for the... And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
We got 4. We got 4.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Check. Kill, okay? Kill. Turn up.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And this one is right down the middle. And that will swell the lead to 16. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something...
It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. Andy Reid, never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2.
Check. Play.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Bang, 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 bang. 25, check 25, check.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all?
This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And now they'll elect to go for 2 and try to cut into this lead a little further before they head to the locker room. They'll try and run it with McCoy. But he will not get the 2 points. He stopped up short, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And now he'll tuck it and run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's McCoy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that?
Now here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Patrick Owasor, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now McCoy. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Let's go. Attack, attack. Motion, motion, motion.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
It's 4th down.
15. Mike, 48.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
15. Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we got Mike. 14.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down, being chased out left. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now McCoy. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He finds an opening past the 40. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab as the Ravens push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Throwing on first down is Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. Robinson's got it, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling, because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
He finds McCoy. A well-executed 22-yard gain. On first down, Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Again, it's Hill. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45.
Yellow.
Watch the run.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a great return as he takes us up.